be or not to be? That is the question. Whether it is nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles and by opposing end them, to die, to sleep. To die, to sleep. No more. And by a sleep to say we end the heartache and the 1,000 natural shocks that flesh is heir to the consummation, devoutly to be wished, to die, to sleep, perchance to dream. There's the rub. For in that sleep of death, what dreams may come? When we have shuffled off this mortal coil, must give us pause. There's the respect that makes calamity of so long life. For who would hear the whips and scorns of time, the oppressor's wrong, the proud man's contumely, the pangs of despised love, despised love, the law's delay, the insolence of office, and the spurns that patient merit of the unworthy takes, when he himself might his quietus make with a bare bodkin, who would fardels here to grunt and sweat under a weary life, but that the dread of something after death, the undiscovered country, from whose bourne no traveller returns, unless it's me, puzzles the will, and makes us rather bear those ills we have than fly to others that we know not of. Thus conscience does make cowards of us all, and thus the native hue of resolution is sicklied o'er with the pale cast of thought, and enterprises of great pith and moment. With this regard their currents turn awry, and lose the name of action. Soft you now, the fair Ophelia, nymph, in thy orisons, be all my sins remembered. What the fuck did that mean? Imagine Pericles arrived at Tyre, welcomed and settled to his own desire. His woeful queen we leave at Ephesus, unto Diana there a votaress. Now to Marina bend your mind, whom our fast-growing scene must find, at Tarsus and by Cleon trained in music letters, who hath gained of education all the grace, which makes her both the heart and place of general wonder, but alack, that monster envy oft the rack of earned praise Marina's life seeks to take off by treason's knife. And in this kind hath our Cleon one daughter and a wretched full grown, even ripe for marriage right, this maid, high Philos, was that Philo 10? And it is said, for certain in our story she would ever with Marina be it when she weaved the slitted silk, with fingers long, small, white as milk, or when she would with sharp needle wound the cambric which she made more sound, by hurting it when to the lute she sung and made the night bird mute. That still records with moan, or when, that still records with moan, or when she would with rich and constant pen fail to her mistress Dian still, this Philoten contends in skill. With absolute Marina, with the dove of Paphos with absolute Marina so, with the dove of Paphos might the crow,